Today we're going to be talking about how you can apply liquid foundation with a blending bud, otherwise known as a blending sponge. So before you do anything, prime your face. A pea-sized amount is all that you need, but do let it sit for a little while to really help cover those pores. So concealer. Listen, if you need to brighten your under eyes, my biggest tip is to get a shade that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin. This is for brightening your under eyes, okay? If you have blemishes or other dark spots, you want to match to your skin type, but to brighten underneath, as you can see, I have some pretty severe dark circles. And if you want to use it for a highlighter or like a luminizer kind of thing, you can also use a really light concealer to do that. It's great, multi-purpose. So I bring the concealer onto the upper part of my cheekbones. I bring it into the inner corners of my eyes. And as you can see, I'm highlighting my nose, highlighting my forehead. I'm really bringing it down to my chin. I have a lot of discoloration on my upper lip. So do not just put concealer right on the bags. You need to play tricks with your face and bring it down. I promise it's going to give you a beautiful, awake look. I look like Rafiki. All right, so blending bud. It's these little egg-shaped sponges. They're so great. Do dampen it though. Like put it under the sink, put a little water, squeeze it out. It presses the product into your skin. Gives you that nice, flawless look so it doesn't look like you have makeup all over the place. And it also picks up extra makeup. You can actually move it around. You saw I covered my eye a little bit. I do have veins on my upper eyelid, and you can go back and add a little bit more product wherever you need that extra coverage. But always make sure that you go back over with your blending bud to make sure that it's nice and blended. All right, so you can use liquid concealer before or after liquid foundation. So it's really up to you, personal preference. Our liquid foundation does need to be shaken up. Squeeze that dropper out because there are minerals in it. Once it's well shaken, I like to put it on my hand to really kind of warm up the product. Now, you can use a brush. You can use your fingers. You can use all sorts of things, but today we're using it with a bud. So I like to first put it on with my fingers, focusing on where I need the coverage the most, in my most discolored areas. That's where I want most of the product to be. Then I spread it out with my fingers, really blending it out everywhere. Some people just do this with just their fingers, and that's how they wear their foundation. I like to have a little bit more of a blended look. So I first put it on my face, and then I go back with that blending bud. Once again, this presses it into the skin. Really make sure that it's careful with my fine lines. It brings extra product to, say, like the tips of my ears or under my neck, because you don't want to have a makeup line. And that's what the blending bud really can help do. Just picks up that little extra color and puts it everywhere that you need. This also helps make sure that it blends with your concealer for that flawless look. Now, if you need a little bit more coverage, add some more foundation to wherever you need it. I have a lot of discoloration around my nose, so I go back with a little bit more. I cover up some of the dark spots that I have with a little bit more foundation. And of course, I will finish it once again with that blending bud. It really creates a great palette. Nice, even skin texture. I don't look like I have cakey makeup on at all. Make sure you bring it down to your neck. Now, to set this, to give it that extra lasting power, to make sure you're not shiny throughout the day, I like to use powder. You can use setting powder, which is translucent, or you can get the color that is in your skin tone. Use a brush or use the little sponge that comes with the pressed powder. If you do the color of your skin tone, it gives you extra coverage and is great when you're being photographed or if you're going to be at a hot summer event. Look at that flawless coverage. And you want to see the finished look? Boom. That's right. I added some lips, some eyes, a little bit of blush, but you can still see I have great coverage. I don't have a lot of discoloration, but you still get to see my freckles. Now, if I didn't want my freckles showing, I would have just done more liquid foundation, but I do like the freckles to show a little bit. But it's nice and even, and I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching.